So you said you were such a big wrestling fan. Was it strange going from the world of being a fan to being immersed in the culture and everything wrestling had to offer back then in WWF?
Oh, it was. I mean, just to walk in a room and see the bushwhackers and Hacksaw Jim Duggan walking down the hallway. And my favorite story of all of the meetings with people was I walked in and the Iron Sheik
Mhm.
saw me, and everybody had told the Sheik that the strongest man in the world is coming. And Sheik was very proud of his clubs because Persian clubs is not just that they're heavy, it's they're awkward. And you have to know how to use clubs. It's like people train with kettlebells now.
Mhm.
They know how to do a kettlebell, raise. Um, I don't know if you've ever thrown a hammer before. There's a lot of people that have thrown shot put and discus, but when you throw a hammer, centrifugal force is one of the main reasons why it goes far. And you turn it and you get it going, and then you start your spin. And you spin once, twice, three times, and then you let it go. And the centrifugal force and your strength, boom, you let it go and it launches.
Okay.
Uh, I had trained with clubs before because my coach is a historian. And he was like, hey, have you ever tried these? And when he showed me how to do it, I remembered. So as soon as she handed me the clubs, I put them on the ground,
Yeah.
straight down with both hands down, and I kicked it up with my knee
Ooh.
to my shoulder. And he was like, oh, you know the clubs, like in that chic accent.
Yes.
And he was so amazed when he saw me circle and
Oh my
opposite. You got to
God.
go opposites because the weight of the clubs help counterbalance you.
And how much do these clubs weigh? Just out of curiosity.
The Sheik said that his clubs was 130. They
Oh.
were really 90 pounds. Uh, but 90-pound clubs is very heavy. And I I have a relationship with his adoptive grandsons,
Oh, that's
the
great.
guys that took care of him at the end of his life.
Right.
And they used to say all the time, like, man, Sheik love you, man. Like you're the guy that came in and made him feel special because I respected him because of what he was able to do. And Sheik was a very strong guy.
Right.
Like I don't know if the world knows, how strong he was. To do those clubs was impressive, but that's nothing. Sheik was trained by the Gamas. And when you go through the history and read about Mighty Gama in the turn of the century and 1910, there were Gamas before 1910. There were Gamas in the 1800s,
Mm-hmm.
and that descendant of line, he happened to be trained by one. They would do 1,000 squats a day, 500 push-ups, 500 pull-ups. They would run and they would train with different implements. Their whole day was consumed with training. And that's where the Sheik came from. And that's why he went to the Olympics. People think that the Sheik is, he won a silver medal, but
Yeah.
he won a silver medal because he was injured, not because he didn't have the talent to win the gold. And Kurt Angle is the only one that won the gold medal. But if the Sheik would have been healthy, there would have been two gold medalists that wrestled.
That's amazing. I had no idea that I have heard you say before that he was trained like a weapon. Sheik was.
He was trained to be the personal bodyguard of the Shah of Iran.
Oh my God.
And everywhere you go, when you're the personal bodyguard, you don't get to carry a weapon. You have to be the weapon.
Or the weapon. That's scary.
And those guys train to fight 5 and 10 people at a time.
Oh my God.
You know, so like the MMA, they were doing that in the 1800s, man. Like, you know, we think everything is new. It's nothing new.
It's a circle, a cycle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Rewind, recap, relive. For over 50 episodes, the revolutionary force in wrestling interviews.